This scooter is crazy. Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we're gonna test out the Cunfon RZ800, but I'm gonna come clean. I already tested it out a little bit. The day it arrived, I couldn't wait. I went to the lake with my girlfriend and I tested it not only on the road, but also out of curiosity. I tried going on gravel, on sand, and out of my surprise, this thing can still ride on those surfaces. It's really remarkable for an electric scooter. So today I want to really put it to the test. I live near a river that's down a canyon at the back of my house, and to go there I will need to cross tarmac road, then gravel, sand and very steep inclines. So it will be the perfect testing ground for this scooter. But before I do that, let's talk about specs. First of all, it's super easy to unbox. It comes well protected and it takes 5 minutes to assemble the handlebar. It's just 4 screws and you're ready to go. These are the accessories you get. User manual, 2 hexagonal keys, 5 screws for the handlebar, 1 is spare, tire inflator adapter, 2 reflectors and the battery charger. These are the dimensions and the weight is around 25 kilos depending on what model you get. I love the way it looks, super futuristic looking. I love the gray, and also you can see a little bit of lighting effect running through it. Chase the future and boom. You can deactivate this lighting if you want, but I think it looks pretty cool. The materials are very nice. Everything is made of aluminum except for the mudguards that are plastic for a good reason. It comes with blinkers, a fake air vent on both sides, and on the front you have the very loud speaker horn, which is incredibly loud, and you can also play music from your phone. It's super loud, but the sound quality is not incredible. It lacks dynamic range. The tires are air inflated, 10.5 inch, super wide, and they have a nice texture for off-road. It comes with front and back disc brakes. They have the stopping light that flashes when you stop, and they are very nicely calibrated from factory. The front one slows you down and the back one can stop to skid. You can always regulate them, but it's nice because you don't skid with the one at the front. It has dual front suspensions and you can set the stiffness, and dual springs at the back. This is the battery port. The battery is 48 volts and you can have it in 3 sizes: 13, 15.8 or 18 amps. I have the 13 amps and it will give you around 30-40 kilometers of range if you take it slowly. If you push full speed, especially with the big motor, it will drain it pretty quickly. With the 18 amp battery you can get around 60-80 kilometers in eco mode, or if you really push it, probably you're gonna do 30. The motor is 1200 watts, peaks up to 1600, which is crazy, and you can get it even in dual motor configuration, so you have double the torque. This is the fold mechanism. You have to push it down. At the bottom is spring loaded, and then boom. And it has a hook for locking, which you have to release pushing up, then pressing the hook back, and boom. It's a very smart design because this becomes your bag hook. It has a front adjustable headlight. The base of the scooter is super wide. My feet sits comfortably and is made of rubber, so you don't slide that much, which is very important if it becomes wet. And on the bottom you have these 2 LED courtesy lights. This is your handlebar. It has very comfy rubber palm rests that maybe slide around too much if you push on them. They should be more fixed. Throttle, power on button. Every time you turn it on, it makes this noise, which is a mess. Front and back brake. This is your fingerprint unlock, is optional, but you can put up to 3 fingerprints, so up to 3 people can use this scooter. Otherwise, you can just use your phone to unlock it. You have the horn, blinkers, headlight, and this is the M mode for changing the speed of the scooter. You go from park mode up to 5 kilometers per hour. Then eco mode, which is up to 15, sport goes up to 20, and then race mode goes up to the maximum you select, which can be 25 if you are in Europe, or 50 freaking kilometers per hour if you are elsewhere, or if you unlock the scooter for off-road use. And now I'm gonna show you a couple of things that are not in the manual or in the app. So if you press 3 times the mode button, it shuts off or turns on the side lights, which is pretty important if you want the added aesthetics. If you push the on button 6 times, you go into the menu. Basically, you can change between kilometers per hour or miles per hour pressing on the on-off button, and if you use the brake, you can cycle through the settings. This is for the cruise control. Setting 3 PAS is 0 start, on or off. With 0 start on, you can press the throttle and the scooter goes. If you have it off, the scooter needs to be going. You need to hop on, give it a kick, and then you can apply the throttle. It doesn't start from 0 kilometers per hour. Setting 4 finally is the speed limit. You can limit it at 25 kilometers per hour in race mode for Europe, or go 50 for really fast speed with the scooter. Setting 5 is to reset the odometer. I'm not gonna do it. And setting 6 is to reset the whole scooter to factory settings. The phone app is called Le Wheel. You open it and it's not the best interface I ever seen, but it does its job. Boom. Connect to the scooter. You can see how fast you're going, info about the scooter, connect or disconnect Bluetooth streaming for the music. You have additional settings like you can select your scooter name, have miles per hour or kilometers per hour, activate or deactivate cruise control. After a few seconds, the scooter, you don't need to push the throttle anymore. You can select riding mode, but it's the same as pressing the mode button, and you cannot change the values in here, which is a shame. I hope it will change it. You have the option of starting the scooter already locked. Select a Bluetooth password, register your fingerprints, or update the firmware. You need a code for that. On the bottom row, again, you can change speed modes, activate or deactivate headlights, lock or unlock the scooter. This is useful maybe if you park it, and activate or deactivate cruise control. And now let's take it for a spin. Let's go. I hope the Insta360 holds. Since I'm here, I'm gonna cross. Man, this thing can go really anywhere. Oh my god, it's just crazy. Look at it. Of course, it slows down a little bit when you are on grass. I have this unicorn of Insta360 at the front. I have to be careful about it. And boom, we are finally on the road. This thing accelerates incredibly quickly in race mode. I look like a little bit of a dork. We are going 44, 45 kilometers, 46 kilometers per hour. It's just crazy. I am now at 50 kilometers per hour. There is a little bit of downhill. But really, I don't feel too bad riding on it. Yes, we are going fast, but it's a nice ride. The feet are standing wide on the base of the scooter. It's super stable, and it doesn't even feel I'm going that fast because my head is super high above the ground. The scooter is really tall, and it's absorbing every little hole in the street, in the road. Okay, now the road is a little bit worn out, and yeah, now I can feel it a little bit more. I feel less safe now. And I have to really be careful for potholes, because otherwise I go fly at 50. It's not gonna be a good day. Okay, we arrived where the river is, and now it's time to go off-road with the scooter. So on the road is a perfect commuter scooter. Because you see, it goes 50, feels safe. It's not like a bicycle, but it behaves pretty good for. It's the best scooter I ever ridden. Even if you tried the car sharing scooter like Lime or those scooters you find in the city, this is considerably better than those ones. And now you see we are on kind of this compact gravel road, and if I accelerate, I don't feel safe anymore, but it really goes. It doesn't care about that. These wheels are super wide. They get a ton of traction. It's remarkable. We have the river down there. Yeah, it's so steep even on foot. It's hard to the river from here. I mean, I am impressed with this scooter. I wouldn't do this with a normal scooter. Oh my god. Yeah, it's super mushy. Muddy here. It's a swamp basically. Okay, we found a limit. You cannot go on swampy terrain, but this is true even with a big bicycle here. Wouldn't go on it. It's been raining these days. The scooter is a little bit heavy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Back on the normal gravel, which feels amazing after you go through the mud. It's a little bit very muddy. I don't want to fall, I don't want to wash my clothes really, more than anything. But yes, it's a little bit skiddy. This road continues and basically reaches the part under my house. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fold this. Then just go like this. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Oh my god. It's so slippery. It's crazy. Man, all of these pools, they are too deep. Oh, it's sliding like crazy. The cows are super curious. I didn't know there were cows down here. This is my first time ever coming here. Hi. Man, this is a swamp. Now we are on stone and leaves, and it feels much better than the mud for sure. Wow. Oh. Ha. Nice. Look at this. Oh. Please, please, please don't stop, don't stop. Wow. 1200 watts of power really can push me uphill. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna call it here. Crazy, look at this place. Ha. Yes, this is the place that's under my house, definitely. And it's time to go back. And finally we are back on concrete road. We have 2 bars of battery left out of 5 or 6. 6 out of 6. So yeah, the battery is a little bit spent after all of that off-roading. We did something more than 15 kilometers, but off-road really taxes your battery. And also I went full speed, full throttle basically all the time. So I feel like it's fine. But I have a little bit less voltage to go back home. So we are at 20 kilometers per hour uphill. If you do this on a fresh battery, probably goes 30. So slowly I'm gonna get home. Maybe I can help it a little bit, but yeah, this is not a bicycle where you can pedal and help it a lot. You can just give it a couple of kicks. Doesn't change much. Still, this is like something less than 20 degrees incline, so it's not the easiest. Even my moped struggles here, even bike. So oh my god, 12 kilometers per hour, really, it's abandoning me. Okay, finally we are on flat terrain and we are doing 30 kilometers per hour, which is acceptable even on low battery. And today it was really a very good test because we came down 3-4 kilometers pushing downhill at 50 kilometers per hour, and we used a lot of battery. Then like 7-8 kilometers of off-road, really pull the number on the battery because it's much less efficient when you off-road. You have to push on gravel, you have to use the torque a lot more, it's not as efficient as when you are on tarmac. And now we had to come back with this super steep incline, and we are using everything this scooter has to give. Just shy of 1 kilometer from my house, the battery is completely dead. And boom, I'm finally back. I gave it a rinse with the hose. It seems like it can take water pretty nicely. And I have to say, I am super impressed with the performance. Maybe a little bit less impressed with the battery range, but of course I have the smaller battery, and still it did 20 kilometers going mostly full speed on very low efficient terrain, and it's just physics at this point. If you want more range, get a bigger battery, of course. And you can not only get it with a bigger battery, but also with a second front motor, so the total output becomes 3200 watts. It's just mind-blowing. Imagine what I did with a second front motor. Crazy torque. Time for my final opinion on the Cunfon RZ800. This scooter really blew my mind because I didn't expect it to perform that good in that kind of off-road terrain. Really, I didn't expect it because looking at the wheels, they are still small at 10.5 inches, but it managed perfectly, I would say, for a scooter. The build quality is really good. It's super sturdy. The ride quality is just perfect. If you use it on the road, you're not gonna feel the bumps that much. You feel super safe. You are very tall above the ground. And also, it grips perfectly. It never loses traction in a normal environment. Even on gravel, you have plenty of traction. And if you wanna brake, still the traction is gonna help you brake really quickly. Also, I love the fact that the brakes come very well set from the box. So this one is the back one and it stops. And this one just slows down but doesn't stop, so you don't skid with the front and lose control. My single motor version already accelerates super quickly and it takes just a few meters to reach 25 kilometers per hour. You can also unlock it and reach 50. Talking about cons, I really don't have many, just a few nitpicks. First of all, the headlight maybe could have been a little bit more sturdy. Nothing wrong with it, but maybe integrated with the scooter would have been better. The app on the phone works fine, but it could have been designed a little bit better graphically, and also I want it to allow for custom speed selection in different speed modes. So I could set sport mode to be 25 kilometers per hour. And lastly, the documentation is a little bit spotty. First of all, the manual doesn't tell you about specific button combinations like 3 times to activate the lights. I had to ask Cunfon themselves via mail. And talking about the website, I feel like the info you find online is a little bit confusing because initially I thought there were 2 versions of this scooter. RZ800 normal is the one I have with the single motor and the 15.6 amps battery, and then a dual motor 18 amps battery. I thought there were only these 2 versions, but then I received the 13 amps and I figured that depending where you are in the world, there are different motor wattage, different amperage, and really even different colors. And that is not made clear on the website. So when you go buy it, really make sure, maybe send a mail, and be sure you're getting the version you want. Talking about price, I believe, I'm not sure yet, check the website, check the description, maybe send a mail to Cunfon themselves. This scooter is 500 bucks, and for that, really, you get a ton of performance for your money. It's almost a steal. The dual motor version with the bigger battery is 800 bucks. And you can also deactivate the front motor if you want to be a little bit more efficient. And with that, you can get around 40, 60, 80 kilometers, depending on what speed mode you use. And that's all for this video. If you're looking for a very beefy scooter at the right price, I feel like this is a very good recommendation. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about this scooter, and let me know if you thought it could do what it did down at the river. If you wanna buy something, check out the links in the description below. Clicking on them, you help my channel a lot, and also you will find discounts. Thank you so much, stay safe, and happy riding. Bye!